It's the home of the Wizards here in Washington, D.C. as 2K Sports brings you today's action live from the Verizon Center. And get ready for another dose of NBA basketball on 2K Sports. With Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter, Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. And with the road trip approaching, the Wizards play the final game of their homestand.
It seems like it's all coming together, guys. The coaching staff has gotten through to the players. Everybody is buying in, and it's a wonderful thing when the entire roster is on the same page.
It sure is, Greg. I mean, you've been on teams like that where everything is running smoothly. We knew that was the potential of this team, but they're living up to it and performing at a remarkably high level.
So here's Oklahoma City's starting group. The rugged duo of Ibaka and Adams in the middle. Andre Robertson out there with Russell Westbrook. And it's Durant in at the three, the small forward. And the Wizards are going with a whole new group out there now. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
So timeout called here, the first for Washington. Their last meeting was in Oklahoma City, where they were unable to fight off the Thunder.
And really a resounding loss the last time they matched up. They got absolutely manhandled on the boards.
And Greg, you know how it is. At some point, you've just got to man up and play with a lot more aggressiveness and toughness and pride inside.
Westbrook gets to Adams. Howard down after the assist, let him into the lane.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with a pass.
We know Oklahoma City has the stars, the big names, the offensive flair. But, you know, Greg, this team, and you appreciate this, is a very tough defensive group.
Yeah, I think they've matured in that area. In the past, that wasn't always true. But last year, the Thunder really hung their hat on their defense. Top 10 in opponents' field goal percentage.
Feeds it to Robertson. No good with the triple.
You can't get in a much better position for the three than that. Everything was right on target. It just didn't fall.
Thornton dishes to Sessions. Shot clock at 6. The three. And Marcus Thornton gets the three. Thornton's got himself on the board with three there.
You know, when you look at the Thunder and their defense, it starts with the length they have on the perimeter. It also helps to have rim protectors backing them up on any drive.
Out to the wing. Wizards passing it around. Sessions passes to Hickson. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot two. Serge Ibaka picks one up there.
And a final note on the Thunder defense. A lot of it is a mentality. They have guys that aren't scared to challenge. Shots, and they're a solid group that knows how to play tough team defense.
Well, nobody really knew, Greg, what to make of Washington going into last year's playoffs. They came out strong with a big sweep against a pretty good Raptors team.
Yeah, how about taking them down 4 straight? And it was the first time a team has swept an opponent without home court advantage since 2011. Also was the first sweep for the Wizards in franchise history.
Stolen by Westbrook. Right side Durant. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Durant's got his first basket of the night.
He's got so much junk in his trunk. He'll find a way to hurt you. And in the second round, the Wizards continued to be a tough opponent. I mean, they went up 2-1 on the Hawks, but were unable to keep the series lead. A lot of close, heartbreaking losses for them in that series.
Catching up on the changes for Oklahoma City. Enes Kanter's checked in for Steven Adams, and it's Waiters in for Roberson.
Ooh, that's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, gee, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
And, you know, that lead's only going to grow if they're not prepared to defend a little more staunchly than that.
Randy Foye, he's checked in for Serge Ibaka. And Beal kicks to Morris. From deep, Wall. Good D by Westbrook.
And the Hawks would ultimately take down the Wizards last year in the postseason. John Wall and his injury were a big turning point in that matchup. And all those buzzer beaters for both teams made it one of the most interesting series of the postseason.
For the Washington Wizards, they won their last contest, that game against the Atlanta Hawks.
Nearly flawless offensively from start to finish there, and really just an impressive win.
Yeah, really balanced team. We saw a little bit of everything from them, and just about all of that everything we saw worked.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket.
Kanter dishes to Foye. Westbrook kicks to Kanter. And he gets the bucket. Kanter's got his second bucket tonight.
Boy, I tell you what, nice little run here they're going on.
And getting to the 10 has been the key. They're getting point-blank looks time and time again.
Morris. Their offense stone cold. Another miss there. Got a hand on it. Here's the break. Here's Wall. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Wall's got his first bucket in this one.
Wow, that's a really smooth finish.
That's why we and they always love seeing him at the end of those breaks. He makes it look fun and easy.
And so the first quarter is in the books.
Get ready to go, Wizard Girls.
Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for Oklahoma City?
Fellas, they're passing the ball the way you're supposed to here in this first half.
Something else they've been able to do so far tonight is earn those tough points in the paint.
Sessions out there with Thornton. Then there's Jared Dudley. Then there's Hickson. Then it's Nene in at the center position. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Wizards. Ibaka again, Hickson. Out to Sessions.
Well, a lot of tough teams in this league. Here's where Washington sits right now in the rankings. 4th in fast break points, 5th in assists. And they're in the top 10 getting into the passing lanes and coming up with steals.
At the line for two.
And going back to their fast break numbers, their athleticism enables them to play that breakneck speed. But it takes discipline as well to keep the pedal on the metal, and that sets them apart.
And Ibaka slams it in.
Maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that.
And we know he's capable of those memorable dunks.
Yeah, and when he's got a lead like that, why not take a few chances? A lot more engaging and entertaining than just doing the old ho-hum one-hander.
Now, here is Ibaka. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. Haters no luck. Wizards trail by 7. Sessions passes to Nene. And out of bounds as the Thunder gain possession. And as we close in on the start of the playoffs, let's see how the West is stacking up. Take a look at the Warriors. And, of course, Washington tied up with them. Oklahoma City leading by 7. Here's Waiters. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Punches it down with pop.
Rubs it in. It looks like a little deeper with the hanging finish.
I tell you what, they're not backing off at all, are they?
Here's Roberson. Oklahoma City moving it around. Waiters dishes to 4. Here's Adams. And off the front iron, and in it goes. And it's an 11-point Thunder lead.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
The Wizards with another miss.
Kevin, just enough presence to bother that three-point attempt there.
Yeah, but for a guy that shoots it as well as he does, I'd say that is an easy look.
Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
And the Thunder with some changes. Kyle Singler, he's checked in for Dion Waiters. And Anthony Morrow subbed in for Randy Foy. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. It's stolen by Ibaka. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. Ibaka's got 4 points in the quarter.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
And I say, hey, if it keeps working, go to it. Stay with it. I mean, until the defense responds and provides more resistance, keep making them pay.
It's stolen by Ibaka. To the left side wing. Beal with the steal. And here we go with Morris running it up the court.
That's really how they're going to get back into this game, trim the lead. I mean, play tough defense, force some turnovers, and then push it to the other end.
And, Clark, those steals allow you to play in the open floor.
Here's Morrow. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game, but they'll get another chance. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Goes back up. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. Oklahoma City shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
Yeah, and over the course of the season, they're a respectable 78%. That comes in handy in close games.
Yeah, in general, they've been very solid. I mean, free throw shooting isn't something they've had to worry about too much this season, guys.
Looking at who's out there now for the Thunder. Cantor checked in for Adams. Durant comes in for Serge Ibaka. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Andre Robertson. Westbrook drives in. There's the killer two-handed slam.
Oh, wow.
It's a beautiful jam.
You know, sort of surprising he goes for a slam that difficult while they're trailing.
Yeah, but still, you know what? A magnificent move to the rim.
I tell you what, guys, I don't care what the score is. That's the play we're going to remember when this game is over.
Porter pulls it in. Wizards trailed by 7.
And with the time left, they still can go 2 for 1.
Boy, they've got to do it fast. They must hurry from here.
Gortat lays it up and in on the nice reverse. Gortat's got his first 2 points.
They started the game off tortoise-like, but their offense coming to life.
Yeah, they've got a little bit more pep in their step as they start to put together some rhythm.
And Wall kicks to Morris. Here's Porter. And count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
What a play there. The hoop plus the harm.
Yeah, great concentration there, Greg. Hung in there. He didn't let that contact throw him off at all. Stayed focused on the rim, knew he was going to get hit, and still was able to finish.
There's a screen by Cantor. Gortat with the block. And it's out of bounds. Oklahoma City able to retain possession here. And we're through the first half of basketball here, and what's been a good one. Thunder lead by 5. And we'll be back right after halftime for the start of the third quarter. We'll see you in a bit.
Get ready to go, Wizard Girl.
Welcome back, everybody. The start of the second half getting underway. Both teams battling hard through the first half. Look at John Wall. What a contribution so far.
Yeah, created a lot of quality shots for himself in that first half, and he knew when to pass it up when the double team came.
And that led to a very high points per shot number for him. For those of you that are into analytics, that stat really tells how efficient a player has been, and he's been very efficient so far.
We have a close ball game on our hands as we get set for the second half of basketball. Look at John Wall. What a contribution so far.
And in terms of points in that first half, you know, he's now at a point where we expect him to perform that way.
And, Greg, that tells you all you need to know about what a talent he is. I mean, I'll bet he adds a lot more to his totals after the break.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. So for Oklahoma City right now, Durant the 3 and Ibaka the 4. Russell Westbrook out there with Andre Robertson. And it's Adams in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
Almost no chance of that shot going in.
Yeah, there were a lot of other places he could have gone with the basketball instead of forcing that shot up.
Now here's Durant. Incredible numbers looking at his scoring averages. He's currently scoring more than 28 points a game. And here's Wall outside. He's 4 for 6 from the field with that miss. Kept alive. Outside for Durant. Durant with another miss.
This shot's just, it's not there right now with his team leading. Perhaps, you know, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
And the foul called on Russell Westbrook. Beal with it. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
Yeah, exactly. Prevent the layup, give them a little bump, and then maybe they'll think twice about coming into the lane next time. And if they don't think about it, at least they might be distracted by your presence.
It's Durant with the drive. Morris with the block. And with that, the Thunder lead is cut to just 5 points on the basket from Porter.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync, tremendous communication and awareness.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Thunder. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Warriors.
And they had to be sensational defensively on that night to compensate for the fact that they just couldn't find a rhythm offensively.
Well, I don't think they're really built to play those kind of grinded out low-scoring games. It just doesn't seem to be in their DNA to me.
Passes it to Ibaka. Puts up a 3. And Westbrook gets it to go on the assist from Ibaka. And that's 13 points for Russell Westbrook.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
Sessions. No good from outside. Got the defender off his feet with the pump fake, but couldn't knock it down.
They're really getting the work done inside with their rebounds.
The defensive backboard has been controlled. They have not allowed a lot of second chances. It's been about one and done for the most part. And I'm not talking about leaving count.
Yeah, I know you're not. That's a bunch of good rebounding taking place there, boy.
And Westbrook, here we go. And he gets it to go.
Their prowess inside has been tremendous, guys. I mean, it's been no contest down on the low block.
And until the defense puts up a little more resistance, they ought to continue to pound them down low.
Looking at who's out there now for the Thunder. Cantor comes in for Steven Adams, and Dion Waiters subbed in for Randy Ford. Here's Thornton, and the layup is good. Thornton's got 5 points now this quarter.
Not fazed at all by having a bigger defender on him down low, and I really thought he would be.
You know, at first glance, you wouldn't think that he'd be comfortable in that particular situation, but well, I tell you what, he didn't look like he was out of his element at all right there. He's going to play his way right onto the bench and out of the game if he continues to shoot it like he has so far in this quarter.
The Thunder leading by 8 to the middle, and Kevin Durant with the slam.
Tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard.
Yes,
Clark, bringing it down hard,
yes,
my brother.
sir.
Symbolic there as well of the effort here tonight.
The Wizards have converted 4 of 7 free throws on the night.
And collectively, they're only about 73% as a unit right now.
And, you know, you don't have to tell them what their free throw numbers are. I mean, they're well aware of it, believe me.
Count that one.
Kevin Durant.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Here's Thornton. Shot is off. Good work defensively by Ibaka. Oklahoma City's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Westbrook drives in. That shot is good. He has made 8 while missing only 4. That's 67% shooting.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from inside the paint area.
There's got to be a wall of defense when it comes to attacking the paint. Plain and simple. Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
And a new group getting ready to come in for Washington. Markieff Morris is checked in for Hickson. Porter comes in for Jared Dudley. Bradley Beal's checked.
That absolutely.
Yeah.
Tell you what, he's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Absolutely insane with that dunk.
Well, now they're starting to rub it in, aren't they? Have build up a lead, and here we go, folks. It's showtime.
That was a Kodak moment right there. The more plays they make like that, the more they'll have these guys on the ropes.
For Washington, they have missed out on some chances at the line today. 0-6 of 11. And Morris drops them both. "16 seconds left in the third quarter. Dishes to Robertson. From downtown. Cantor with it. Here's Waiters. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. It's the Thunder up by 12. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the fourth quarter gets underway. Welcome back as we get ready to start the fourth quarter. Not exactly a nail-biter here, but you never know.